Welcome to Nkosi Talk Shows. Lead from within.
Find your own voice.
Challenges we have had to overcome in 2020.
Find your own voice.
The world has become united by the unseen, knowing there are no guarantees for tomorrow.
Lead from within.
Find your own voice.
Let the world hear your voice and be filled within.
For the day has come for you to be a great leader.
The time has come to break away from the pain, distraction, experience the unthinkable.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Nkosi Talk Shows. My name is Nomsa Clara Mncube. I'm the founder of Hope Spring Eternal Introduction Agency and the founder of Nkosi Talk Shows. So today I'm on my own again. So I'll be talking about the power of goals. The power of goals. So just bear with me for 1 second. I need to share my Facebook live. So while I share and I will be talking. I'll be basically looking at the power of goals, how powerful it is for you to be able to set your goals either with your family, with your children, and just achieve the things that you want to achieve. So yeah, that's done. So are you a parent that sometimes you feel that your children are tired of school? Your spouse has wanted to go on a vacation for a while, and you two think it will be nice to take a family somewhere to get away from everything. But you just don't seem to have time. But however, when you set goals, you can make things happen. Everyone in your family has something to look forward to if you know how to set your goals. And suddenly, you can actually create your goals, and then suddenly you make things happen if you want to take action. Perhaps you are somebody who works extra hours, and you basically, if you are somebody that works extra hours, you could actually set up your vacation and make sure that you get your things done so you can get away for the weekend. And let's say one of your kids has wanted whatever new fish pot, for example, for a while, and you want to teach them how to sell for it. So you set up the goal that you both work together so that he or she can eventually purchase whatever she desire or whatever he desire. It could be your son or your daughter. And what's even better is because without vacation you were planning, you actually can set up a schedule for work times. Like, let's say if you are somebody who works from home, you can set up a schedule, set time, and create a chart record, how much you've earned or how much your child they've earned towards the purchase, or you can do the same thing for items that your kids want to purchase as well. Or if it is your vacation, you can actually set up the same thing and basically keep the records of how much you actually saved. So you can actually both and go to whatever the vacation that has been planned, and your children can purchase whatever they are planning to purchase. And when the children are younger, they may not see it as a goal, but they will be on board with you. But that is the mindset that you are planting to your children, to learn how to set up goals. If they are close to the age of driving, basically maybe you can, or if they're at college, you can actually set goals for them to save money as well. So I don't know how some families, how things work. Some families, basically they put money away for their children until they are 18, so they can use that money for their driving. Basically first thing, the money that is in their trust fund, they can use it for driving. Some families put money away, maybe £10 or £20 per week, to make sure that they help their children saving money. So I don't know your saving, how basically I don't know how you are saving money for your children, but that is the best way to put even £5, and not a lot, even £5 into their trust fund, and making sure that the kids have something when they are older, and that can help them as well. So that is the other goal that you can achieve. And look at the driving, like when they're 18, how much will it cost? Because the driving is very, very important for children when they're going to college. You don't want to be the taxi driver when they're going there, and there. So you can set up so they finish and then they learn to drive. And the college as well, the university, you can actually set up goals. If you are earning good money, you can set up goals as well to put the money aside for their offset, basically start. Maybe if they move away from home, you can actually, so you don't have to do it if you are not earning enough money. And it may not work. Sometimes things may not work as we planned, but that's something that is something that you have to plan for your children, to learn to set up goals, and that experience, it will help them when they are older to set up goals. So we can go to now you help them to set up their goals when they are older. And there are many aspects of planning for your family future. Everyone is different, every home is different as well. It depends with your income as well. It's not a better idea to find a qualified financial planner. I do meet loads of financial planners, so you can tackle these issues when it comes to reaching your financial goals as your family. Because when you have children, people might say, oh, I'm not earning enough money, so I don't have money to put money aside for my children. But that £5, that if you put it aside every week, or let's say you put £5 every week, by the end of the month it will be £20 or £25, depending on how many weeks the month has. And by the time your child grows, they have something to actually to look forward to. And if you have a financial planner, you can look at the you can look at the ways of investing that money, which account is best for your children, so you can actually plan something, the holiday money as well. You can actually plan to go on holiday. You don't have to, some people say we can't afford to go on holiday. Sometimes you have to cut down on stuff. There are some times where I find myself, I'm spending money, but I'm spending money on things that I could live without. I could live without. So sometimes you can cut down those things if you believe that you can live without buying something, and invest your money, put your money away on holiday, the kids and everyone else, if they chip in to invest. Like if your children, they cut down on doing something, cut down on buying expensive toys and expensive clothes. Like my house, I think we get delivered every day. If it's not their father who's buying something, it's them, my children have bought something. So you know what I'm talking about. So you can invest money and taking action in case something goes wrong to your children. But if you decide you didn't want a financial planner, you want to do it yourself without the help of an advisor, try to list out everything that may come up along the way that you will need to finance. And set aside the necessary money, because as a parent, basically, you know your children. If you look at the government, the rules are changing all the time. If you can afford to put your money for your children when they go to university, just do it, instead of them getting into a debt when they are older, because university is very expensive, and living accommodation is very, very expensive as well. But if you can actually manage to put that aside for your children, but if you can't, you can't. It does not make you a bad parent. If you can't put money aside for your children, you can't. But if you can't save money to go on a holiday, you can't. You don't have to feel bad about it. Or if you can't save money to go abroad, you can actually save money to go on holiday within the country. Like take the children from school, basically apply for 1 week and just take your vacation. I know during half term is very, very expensive. If I book a holiday during when the schools are open, I'll pay maybe £300 or £500 for 1 week. But if you pay during a half term, you're almost looking at £3,000 or £2,000 or maybe £5,000, because it's a half term. So if you can't afford to take the kids during a half term, I'm not saying I'm not suggesting that you become a bad parent, but it's not bad for you to go and speak to the school what you're going through and tell them, I've never had a vacation and I would really, really like to take my children on a vacation for 1 week during the school hours. And then you can speak to the head teachers. They'll prepare the work for your children. If you want to go on holiday, then you have to do the work as well. I'm sure it wouldn't be bad for you to get up early in the morning, do like 2 hours for your children, if you can't afford to go abroad, or if you can't afford to go on holiday during half term. So it does help out. I'm just trying to think what can help, because we are all different and we can't afford. There are some things that people can afford, but some families, they basically live in a low income, they can't afford anything. So in order for you to be able to actually have that holiday, you have to be somebody that have to think and negotiate with the teachers and say, listen, this is the situation, and not lying and saying somebody has died or anything. God does not want us to lie. God wants us to speak the truth. And when you speak the truth, and the teachers, the head teachers, they are human, and they'll be able to give you that 1 week and say, okay, it's fine. Every in a while, it's fine. If you are somebody that children turn up at school all the time, I don't see them refusing. So you'll be able to actually they'll be able to help you. So I'm not saying do it, go and do it. So I'm saying if you're really, really desperate and if you can't go on a vacation, so that's what you need to do. So now let's talk about, I was talking about we were looking at the goals for your family. So now let's look at the goals, like getting out of your comfort zone. Because getting out of your comfort zone is a very, very powerful tool. When you set goals, usually mean being placed outside of your comfort zone. So it means that this can be really, really scary. You know, if you want to get something, if you want to be the best at whatever you want to plan or whatever you want to do, you know you have to get out of your comfort zone. So, but the truth is, no one likes to change. If you come to somebody and tell them that they want to do something, and if you tell them that they're gonna have to change some things around, no one likes changing. I don't like change either, but I have to. I've got to do it. So if you are somebody that is like me and you don't like change, and but the truth is things got to be done. So it depends on how much you want, whatever you are planning, and it depends with whether you understand that. What does it mean setting goals? So setting goals is about making changes, and it's often about doing things that you have never tried before. That's why we set up goals. We do things that we've never tried before. This puts people into the neighborhood of the unknown. So basically it means if I was to set up a goal right now, I have to be prepared to step to the unknown, because with the journey that I'm about to take, it is the journey that I don't know the outcome, is the journey that I don't know, is the path that you don't know. So you have to do it, which is scary. It scares you when you think about it, but it can also be what gets you take action. That is the power of getting outside of your comfort zone when it comes into play. And also it is very, very important to know your capabilities as well. What are you capable of? What are the things that you can do? What are the things that you can't? And be aware of your weaknesses, your strength as well. For instance, if you have never tried to be competitive, let's say, if you've never tried to be competitive in driving, and that could be a challenge, it will not be wise to dive off the platforms right off the beat. So that means you will need somebody to actually help you. You have to start small and work up as you work your way up, as you become more and more proficient with the smaller diving boards. So I think that will help. Like myself, I'm doing modeling with Desmond O'Connor on the 11th of September, which is modeling his shoes. It's something that I've never done it before, and I'm in a competition with models that they are professional and they have big audience. So to me, that is a challenge as well. And there's about 200 models that signed up, and there's got to be one winner on that day. So to me, is scary, but I'm up for a challenge. But I'm also aware that I've never done it before, and it is scary, but I'm looking forward to it. And every day I check the votes, how the votes are going, and these girls are basically getting more votes because they know their audience, they know them, and basically they are professional. So, but I'm not scared of them because I'm in the top 4 with them, but I've never done this. So I know I'm in the top 4 with them. So I've just made a goal that, okay, I've never done this before, and I know that I'm not professional, but I'm just gonna, for me, I'm taking it as I'm learning something. I'm learning as a businesswoman, I'm learning to actually what happens when I enter scary moments, what happens when I enter something that basically that is scary, and something that if you haven't got experience, because as a leader, it means basically you have to learn to actually face scary moments. So to me, these are actually scary moments that I know that I'm not professional, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Even if I find myself in the slaughterhouse with these professional models, I'm gonna try it anyway. And also, I'm looking forward to it. So that's what happens when you set your goals. You set your goals and you know that the step that I'm taking, I have no clue where it's going, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't even know the outcome, but I'm gonna step in. I'm willing to step to the. I'm willing to step in to the unknown and find out what's behind the curtains. Because if you don't set goals, if you don't take action, you're never gonna know. So that's what happens with people that are professional, people that get promoted, people that go for promotion, and people that runs businesses, and the children, even the children that actually pass the exams. They do their best and they step into that classroom, take exams. They don't know the outcome. They just hope that they've done their best. So that's what happens. That's what happens when you set your goals. You have to expect to step into the unknown, but which, even though it scares you, it will help you to take action. That's where the power of getting out of your comfort zone will come into play. And you start small. As you become more proficient, then you can. But you shouldn't. I was talking about diving, but you shouldn't shy away from, if diving is what you want to try, you shouldn't shy away. Like myself, modeling, I want to try it, but it doesn't mean that I want to be a model. I want to focus with my business. If I win, then I win, is fine, because you never know. But so if you want to try something, you have to find somebody qualified. Like there's somebody who is qualified, who is a model instructor. So I'm gonna go and see her on the 5th to show me how it's done, how to walk. I love shoes, high heels, 5-inch. I love it. I don't mind walking on them, but I need to find myself. I need to learn it to walk on that stage when everybody else is watching. I love wearing my shoes, but when I'm going out and when I'm actually like going to parties, weddings, I love that. But I've never actually done it on stage. So that's what, when I say find a qualified trainer, give it a shot and just try it. You won't know. You won't know something that until you try it. So just make the effort. Otherwise, you're never gonna know. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making the effort, and I'm just doing whatever Nomsa can for me to do what I can, and you can do the same. And another aspect of getting out of your comfort zone is the head rush that many people experience when it happened. Like, for instance, if you have tried like skydiving, you would know what this is about. I've never tried skydiving. I just find to talk about skydiving. I've never tried skydiving. And basically, if you have tried it before, and you will know the fear is definitely there from the beginning. You will know. But it won't be right for everyone. It's not a goal for everyone. So if you feel that, you can try, or you can try something else. But if you get hooked, think about the next time. If you get hooked, think about the next time you are looking to try something new. And then if you don't go for it, you won't get that extraordinary feeling. But if you do it, then you will know, then you can move on and try something else. So this doesn't just work for risk sports. It works for anything. You can try anything small. You can try if you are somebody who has never, let's say you've never done, just try small things. Something like anything you've never tried. I have tested my confidence. When I was testing myself with my confidence, I tried so many things, like the small things that you wouldn't think of. I tried to, when I meet people, go and greet them, or even if I meet people on the street, just try to say hello. I've tried so many things for me to boost my confidence, to work on my confidence. So you can try, if you want to set up your goals or you want to try something, you can try bit by bit. You just find something that you can actually do that can give you that extraordinary feeling. This doesn't just it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that it's only for business, or you can start a new business. You can look at their website actually, where you can look at new businesses, or if you are working, you can ask for promotion. Just look at it, your job, or how long you've been doing your job, and why do you think you're good at that job, and then apply for promotion. But starting a new business, it will not give you an instant rush to those than risk sports. It will not do that, but it can give you the feeling of exhilaration that lasts for a long term, for a very, very long time, because you've tried something that you've never tried it before. And the truth is, people will never push forward if they want to try something that they are not comfortable with. They will never ever push forward. This is why it's called the comfort zone, and it's why it's used as a reference to breaking through. So when you are doing something that you've never tried before, it is a breakthrough. And sometimes things may work as you planned, but you learn something out of it. It's a journey. You can treat it as a journey. It could be one of your best memories. Put it as a journey. It will be a good experience, experience that you can tell your grandkids, or you can tell your friends one day if you don't have children. It's an experience that you can share with the other people. And that is a powerful experience. Very, very powerful experience. And if you want to set goals and you don't know what to do, where to begin, have somebody that you treat them as your advisor, and frequently go over and visit them every now and then, and just try to work with them so you don't push yourself. If you have somebody that is professional, that is supporting you, it will help you to learn other things. And whenever you have problems, you can communicate with your advisor and just plan whatever you're planning. And sometimes things can be fun. Learning new things, it can be fun. It can be a really, really great experience. But you never know until you try. So you're gonna have to try something if you really want to, whatever you want to do. So now we're gonna go to goal setting, your way towards college success for the children, for those who are at college. So I've tried to actually pick a few things. So I covered for everybody. Not everybody, but just children and adult as a family. So I've tried to pick up. So now we can go to goal settings, setting a way towards college success. Going to college is one of the most exciting times for your children and younger people's lives. It means they are on their way for the first time, and they learn to live and interact with others like they've never done before. This is the bliss moment for them, going to college. Basically, it means that they are left to their own advice now in that stage. And however, students probably would take classes in a roundabout way, whichever it suits them. Whatever they fancy, they will just go for whatever they fancy. And students intend not to choose their curriculum until their junior year. So the first 2 years is an open game for the students. They need a good plan, and they need someone to help them figure out their future. This is where a good academic advisor can help. A good academic advisor can help. Sometimes parents, there are some parents who are good at planning things as well. It's mostly the teachers. If you don't want to use a student advisor, academic advisor, you can use the teachers. Teachers are really good at planning things. They can help you as well. And each student is assigned, normally at school, each student is assigned to an advisor when they first enroll in college. Like my daughter, she was thinking about going to which subject is she gonna take when she's doing GCSEs. So she basically had a student advisor, but then with the parents as well. So the parents get involved as well if they want to, as long they're not gonna start taking over, choosing whatever they are choosing based on what they want. So, and they can help as well. So some students, they actually, however, not taking the right classes. Sometimes if a student chooses the wrong classes, not taking the right classes at the right time can prolong one duration of college years. It's better to have an advisor who is knowledgeable about what you want and can set out the correct path to get you there. If you choose the advisor who is not good, then that means you can have problems. That means the student can have problems later. So you need somebody who is really who knows what they're doing. Sometimes some students often realize they often don't realize that many classes requires prerequisition. The system is further complete. The system, what is the words? It's in my head. It's called prerequisites. Yes. The system that system is very, very complicated. It's very, very complicated. And when required classes, they only offered basically they only offer during one of the semesters and of the year. So if they miss that window, that means they will have to wait the whole year before taking the class again, although this doesn't usually happen in the earlier years of the college experience. So it is more common for actually higher classes or junior or senior classes. So if you do find a good advisor will know these nuisance that appears with the schedules and will help their student plan accordingly. This is why it's very, very crucial to basically work closely with your advisor and early on, even if you're not yet ready to commit to a major, just get an advisor. And it's also very, very important. It's also a good idea to visit with your advisor frequently, for students to visit with their advisor frequently and go over any changes that they may be thinking about. And it is very, very important as a parent. I know sometimes some parent may say they may want to try to help, but when students go to college, sometimes it's best once you know which subject they are choosing, once you know what they're doing, it's best to leave them work with an advisor and not interfere, because when parents interfere, that relationship that you have with your children, because you are the person that they love, they're gonna start whinging and it get in the way. So it's best to actually let them get on with an advisor. My daughter, I got her a student advisor when she was 10 or 11. No, before she was 9, before secondary school. She was in year 6, before year 7. So I got her a student advisor just before she was preparing her exams to go to college, to go to secondary school. The reason I did that is sometimes it is best to let somebody deal with a professional, although I'm a parent, and but sometimes it doesn't mean that I know everything. So that's why I got a high MLA. So that's why I got her a student advisor, and she just go whenever she's struggling or whenever she wants something, because sometimes when children are preparing exams, just hearing that words of secondary school, that I'm going to secondary school in September, is scary. So if they have a student advisor can reassure them that you're gonna be okay. Why do you think I'm gonna be okay? They will look at their subject, their weaknesses, their strength, and help them with that. And that's why I got her a student advisor, to be able to look at her strength, to be able to comfort her and letting her know. And also the schools that they would discuss, sometimes they used to discuss with the schools what her student advisor think, which school does she think she will fit in, which school does she think this is no good for her, or that one. And in that way, it prepared her going to a secondary school without fear, and knowing that she was ready not a parent interfering. Hi, Tabo. So that really helped her for me when I got a student advisor. So she still has her on her phone whenever she needs her. If like now she was picking her GCSEs, so she was getting scared that if I pick this, am I gonna have the time or is it gonna be too much? So I was like, no, you just pick the subject that you think they're gonna work for you, and then I will continue with the student advisor or a tutor. Sometimes a tutor, you don't need a tutor just because you need a tutor. It's a body. So a tutor, my children are using tutor as a body because like I have a business. I have a business buddy, which is my business coach. My business coach, he helps me to actually, he's my brain. My business coach is my brain. He is the master. I am the brain. He is the brain as well. He is the masterpiece. I am the masterpiece. Together, we actually make things happen. I get to think about the goals that I want to reach with my business. And then that's when the business coach comes in, and if it is the right idea, he will say, yes, this will fit in with your business, or if it's not, he will not dismiss it, but he will try to direct me to the right direction. So that's why your children need a student advisor, and that's why I do need, hang on a minute. Somebody is at the door. Okay, my daughter is going. It's gonna open the door. That's fine. So that's why you do need a student advisor. That's why my children have tutors. They have tutors not because they can't. They need them. No, but they need a body that can help. Whenever they feel that this is too much, I don't understand this, but they have a body that can help and say, okay, I've got your back and I understand your language, because for me, I'm a parent. So whatever I say is not going to, you look smart, I hope. Whatever I say is just gonna be actually wrong. So if I get my children somebody to advise them, then they don't have to nag it. We don't have to nag each other. I don't like nagging with children. So that's what I do. Not like nagging, or they feel that I'm nagging them. I know if I get them a professional is gonna help them, and they're gonna communicate together because they speak the same language, and also it's not the parent. So because parents are not annoying when it comes to children, that's what they call us, annoying parents. So that's what then you might need to do, and it will help them communicate. Having an advisor, it helps you to communicate with your advisor, or regarding your schedules, adjustment to compensate whatever is going on in your life. And college can be a lot of fun as well, as long as there is no pressure. When you have a student advisor, it means there's no pressure. Every time you feel pressure in the class, or you feel pressured about something, you can go and speak to somebody, and a tutor as well. If you have a private tutor, it helps you to do that. It's a great learning experience if you have support. At least the least these things a student want to deal with is having shortage in classes needed to graduate. So you take that pressure from the students, and having a great advisor will prevent these kind of things are happening as well. So I think that's it for now for student. Now we're gonna talk about, have you found your goal body yet? So when you are doing something, whatever you are doing, let's say your business, having your business, you need somebody that can push you. You need a body. I have two people actually that are helping me basically with my goals, to reach my goals. I have a business coach, but I also have 2 people that I've basically approached and explained to them the goals that I need to achieve. And so every time I do something, I have to report it. I have to tell them what I've done. And if I've been feeling lazy, that's when they step in and push me. Basically, or if I'm feeling down or feeling not wanting to do something, so that's when basically a goal buddy does. It helps you to achieve your goals. So that is that does help. And there are plenty of people who have similar goals to you. So when you are doing something or whatever goals you are planning, you may find that there are some people that are doing these similar things that you are doing, maybe not exactly as what you are looking to accomplish, but same thing. But those but close enough to share with them. This is why it may be worthwhile to find a goal buddy. So I have 2 business coach. I have a matchmaking coach, and I have actually a business coach. The reason why I have 2 business coaches, matchmaking and a business coach, this is separated from the 2 buddies. So I have 4 people that I work with that are helping me, 2 buddies and 2 business coaches. The reason why I have 2 business coaches for matchmaking and for business is because sometimes if I need to stay ahead of my competitors, I need to know what's going on. My business coach, the one is the same thing, it does what I do. So I need to stay ahead from whatever my competitors are doing, because if I want to become the best at what I do, I'm gonna need basically to be different. So that's why I have 2 business coaches. It's not cheap, it's expensive, but it saves me time. If there's something that I need to know, these people, their brain, they've done it before. So when you have a buddy, you have a business coach, it helps you instead of spending time, you can do some research, but then at the same time, they have the information that you will spend hours and hours researching that information. So if you have study buddies, you can help each other, and business coaches, basically they're your brain. You go to them when you want. So a goal buddy is someone that can help you keep track while you return the favor. They keep you on track. Like we have a WhatsApp group. I have WhatsApp group with them. It's the 3 of us. So every time I do something, I report it every week. Now I've not reported anything for 2 weeks. The reason why is there are some things that I had to apply, and I had to apply and do the application, and the documents, it took me or more than 2 weeks basically to get everything done, because I need to bring people in within the company that can help me to change things around. So in order for me to do that, I had to do some research to bring the right people. Like when I'm broadcasting now, I have to be looking at that screen, and that screen that takes my eyes off the computer. So I need somebody with me just broadcasting, I'm talking, and then somebody just do the production and making sure that the software and everything, it goes smooth. So I need that person. So I need to report to them the outcome of that. I'm still waiting. So that's why I needed a basically I needed goal buddies, so that we can talk about what I want to achieve and how am I going to achieve that, and what am I willing to sacrifice in order for me to actually achieve what I want to achieve. That means I don't watch TV. I've been starved on TV. I can't watch TV. So basically, because I have to do some research and I have to do other things. And it's also someone who have a list of action you need to take to achieve your goals. And you will have the same for them. You can have the same for them. But unfortunately, my goal buddies, they are just helping me out at the moment. They are not, they have other things that they're doing, but because I approach them to say, listen, I need to achieve this, but would you like to basically to help me to achieve it? So there are people that have my back. If I get stuck with something, like we are all human, if I can't do something or I get stuck, they have my back to get up, to say, no, get up and just go and do things if I can't do something, or they'll direct me to the right direction. So in that way, so basically with your goal buddy, you have to agree upfront on the type of relationship you will have with your goal buddy. So your relationship has to be agreed upfront. Are you going to check in with them each other daily? Or maybe all you need is to check in weekly, or decide the means on how you are going to communicate with them. So for me, it's a WhatsApp group. I check in every day. I report what I've been doing. Sometimes I check in weekly. Like I said, I've not checked in with them for 2 weeks because I told them that I decided to go for something big, something that I needed to do, that I needed to make some big decision with my life, to change other things around. And that means I can't report it daily with that, because I have to plan. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I've not reported to them for 2 weeks, because of the goals that I've decided to do. Sometimes you have to, I'm somebody that, because of coronavirus and things have not been going well with everything, business and everything, very slow. So I'm somebody that I don't mind basically making sacrifices. So I've made a sacrifice that I'm gonna do this, and which is what I've done. And now I'm waiting for the outcome. I'm waiting to hear what the outcome is. So when you decide with your study buddy, decide the means of how you're going to communicate with them. Is it going to be a phone call each week, or is it gonna be via email? Doing it via email can leave an audit, which can be a good if any dispute arises. So I'm doing it on WhatsApp because that's what is easy for me. And if somebody get the voicemail, WhatsApp, or messages that I've put, they can actually return to me straight away. And sometimes you may choose a friend that you trust, but if you do make sure you accomplish it. If you choose your friends, make sure you don't mix business with their friendship. If you choose to go with your friends, make sure that they do not treat you like a friend when it comes to reaching your goals. Because when it comes to friends, like if you are my friend and you come to me, you say, Nomsa, this is what I want to achieve, I'm not going to treat you like a friend. And if you say you're gonna do something, it's got to be done. So I'm gonna hold you, you need somebody that is going to hold you accountable for whatever you say you are going to do. So make sure that they don't treat you like a friend, but they treat you like a goal buddy. Make sure that you try to accomplish those goals. Sometimes though, it may be worth to find someone you don't know to act as your goal buddy, because somebody you don't know, they're not gonna lie to you. they're not gonna do anything. I have my friend, basically she's starting her own business, and when she wants something, like if she wants to achieve something, if she comes to me, I don't treat her like a friend. So our relationship is separate when it comes to Go Body. She knows that I want things to be done, to get done. If she comes to me and say, Nomsa, this is what I'm doing, and this is what I say I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna follow up just to double check, is it done or is it not done? It's because that's what I do with my business. I get things done, so I have to treat it the same. So if you do go with your friend, make sure that the relationship between friends, because sometimes what happens is if you treat your Go Buddy, your friends, as your Go Buddy, you end up saying, oh, you're not gonna do anything because we are friends. So for me, we are friends, but if you say I'm gonna do this, I want things to be done as you promise to do them. So that is that. So, but if you decide to go with somebody you don't know, you make a new friend out of it, but the person may be less forgiving than someone you actually know, than someone you actually know. So I'm less forgiving. Basically, if you say you're gonna do something, I want things done, and I just want things to be done, because if I treat you like my friend, so we talk about the friendship later, but when it comes to goals, we don't talk about friendship. So it's easier to tell a family member or a good friend that you are not in the mood, and they'll leave you alone. So for me, if you tell me that you're not in the mood, so I don't want to be your Go Buddy, because to me it's not worth it. If you choose me as your Go Buddy, I want things to be done, and in that way it's easier. So, but if you choose a friend as your Go Buddy and then they leave you alone, then that means which is defeats purpose for having someone who is supposed to keep you on track. So that means you are being defeated. When you both complete the goals you set up for each other, and consider having a celebration. It doesn't matter whether the goals are big or small, even sending an email to somebody, just one email, have time to celebrate it. Doesn't have to be like big goals, even small goals. If you complete the small goals, have time, have that courage to celebrate, and this can help you solidify the new friendship between you and that person. It lets you reward each other for your accomplishment. If it turns out that one of you didn't make to the goal, then you have to consider having the party after the person completed it. It does help. When you complete your goals, it does help a lot to celebrate. So if you don't complete goals because of some reason, you can, if it is a good reason, you can both bounce off ideas and suggest, as well as pick each other up when problems come up. If you have problems, you can help each other out. You can have more than one bad goal if you want. I have two, but it's probably better to keep the number as small as possible, no big numbers. And the communication can be confusing enough between two people. If you have 5 or 6 people, just keep it to the law, 1 or 2. I just have 1, I have 2, so that makes things really, really better and simple. So now we're going to talk about how much time do I have. Oh, I don't think I can. I think I'm gonna have to do part 2 of this one. So let's talk about setting goals to achieve more out of life. So now you have a goal, you have your body goal, And it's possible for someone to achieve several things without setting any goals. When I started my business, I knew what I wanted in my head and I just went for it. However, the likelihood is quite small, but I wasn't achieving the bigger goals. To be sure, many people accomplish some things without goals. So I didn't know that I can actually set my big goals and achieve them. So imagine what you can accomplish when you have these big goals set up. It's like a roadmap that helps you to guide you the places you want to go. It's a roadmap basically. For many goals can be unreachable. There are some goals that I wanted to reach, but unfortunately I didn't reach them. However, because of the coronavirus in 2020, that's why Ngozi Talk Show, we say life has no guarantees. So we went to sleep and then we woke up, it was the pandemic. Following day, hearing that China, there's pandemic. So I was not able to achieve those goals. But however, the key to making them work is to be realistic about what you can accomplish, and in the time frame. Give yourself the time frame. It helps. You may be able to get something done. You just need to give yourself more time. But sometimes people get too hard on themselves because they feel that they definitely have to achieve, and if they don't achieve whatever they planned, and they too hard on themselves. But remember, there are no guarantees in life. I can plan to do something today or tomorrow at this time, but God says no. So we don't know. There are no guarantees, but you still have to set your goals, whatever you want to achieve. Sometimes you might be wanting to reach something that is not within you to accomplish, or you simply find that you are not interested. Sometimes we think we want something, but then we find out we actually don't. But try your determination. What you want to accomplish, it depends with how determined you are to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. It is the basis for setting your goals. It's very, very important not to waste time. Think about those dreams or wishes you have always thought about. What is that you say to yourself, if only I could, if only I could set up my channel on YouTube. I have a channel, but I'm just saying, if only I could set up my channel on YouTube and start, or if only I could travel around the world, or if only I could go one day and just be me, go shopping, just spend money on me, just on me. Not lots of money, but just not to worry about anything, just enjoy. Or what if I could just go and take time, be with my family? Or what if I could start my business or apply for a promotion? What if I could? So your determination. When you figure out what you want, you can start brainstorming for the steps to bring you there. What can you do that can take you there? Once you have that, and you will follow through, you will be amazed on how this will transform your life. only if you can make that decision. And also when you make a decision, please, the mistakes that people make is they make a decision, they set up goals, and they want people to understand. If people don't understand the path you're going, it doesn't mean that goal is not achievable. Don't worry about family, don't worry about friends. Achieve your goal on your own. People get distracted too much because they get so excited and they tell their friends, and their friends tell them you can't do this, and they get upset, and the family tell you you can't do this, and then they get upset because my family don't get me, my friends don't get me. No, they do get you. What they don't get is the dreams, the goals you want to achieve. So if you want them to achieve, to understand the goals that you want to achieve, you're gonna have to take action. Show them, this is what I want to do, by showing them and getting a professional, a coach to basically hold your hands, or maybe somebody who's already has a business. Don't worry about family and friends, because so many people get distracted by saying, my family don't get me. Yes, they do. But they don't get your dream, because that dream is meant to be for you, not for anybody else. You're meant to get that dream, and your family are meant to see the dream in reality. Because if I say to somebody, my family members, this is what I want to do, and if it's big, they will look at me and like, are you having a laugh? But if I get a coach, or get somebody, you can get even free coaches wherever you might be. If you go to a government website or anything, there are coaches that have built their businesses who are willing to give you 1 hour or 2 hours for free. So you don't even have to pay for a coach. If you are starting, you can get a coach that can coach you for free. Ngozi Talk Shows, we have about 14 coaches. Ngozi Talk Shows, if it means you speak to one by one, having free 30 minutes consultation with all of them, be it. So we have coaches that you can actually talk to them. So you'll be amazed that how this will transform your life, and it's like reaching a new level in your growth when you follow through. There will also be several steps ahead of most people, which is a bit sad when you think about it. But that is for that person to figure it out. Or you can set a goal to help others in goal setting as well. Some people, it's said, because some people, they think about the steps that they're gonna take and they don't follow through. So more people will be able to experience along with you if you are setting those goals. Or if you set up goals and you are successful, why not go and teach somebody else? Reaching your goals can give you a boost in your self-confidence, as you prove to yourself that you are capable of making things happen. You will see this is a renewed purpose. It will give you a good foundation to continue seeking exciting new adventures in your life. And all it takes for you to achieve those major goals is to take action. This helps you break through any barriers that have been holding you back in your life. And you will realize at that point that everything is possible. You can be who you want to be if you want to achieve whatever goals you want to achieve. So I think I'm gonna stop here. So I'm gonna do part 2 maybe next week, where I can talk about should you set goals when working with someone, or the power of goals when losing weight? What else can I talk about? Using goals to start over, want to make more money, set goals. So I think I'm gonna stop here, and I will continue next week, next Monday actually. So that will be my next subject to do part 2. So I'll do part 2 as well next week. So I think I'm gonna stop here because my children need me, and I need a break to spend time with my children. So I think that would be your goals if you really want to set your goals up. And what I'm gonna leave you with this is make a choice. Whatever you want to achieve in life, make a choice. Leave family out of it. Leave friends out of it. Unless if you have a family member, sometimes there's a family member who is a champion, always a champion. Those kind of people, they are good to bring them in, help you achieve your goals. Sometimes they are good friends who there's one friend who is a champion. It's good to work with that person. You can bring them in to achieve your goals, as long they're not gonna talk you out of it. So I leave you with, don't let people affirm your goals. Go for it. Achieve whatever God has prepared for you. So if I didn't make you, I cannot affirm your destination, but you can with your God, because He is bigger than me. So God bless you, everyone. Live with grace. And I see you next week. Have a lovely weekend. It's a long bank holiday, Monday. Woo! It's a bank holiday as well, but I'll come and do live my part 2 as I promise. So live with grace, everyone. We are here at Nkosi Talk Shows Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. UK time. So if you want to connect with one of our speakers, you can connect here on our page at Nkosi Talk Shows, and just say whoever you want to connect with. And if you are looking for love, go to our website, www.hseia.com, and get in touch with us. And we'll get back to you. Bye, everyone.